How to shop on Temu from the Maldives. Temu is now in the Maldives, and let's see how to make a purchase. First, go to the top right where the flag is and click Change Country or Region. Search Maldives for the official Temu version, then return to home page. I'll show you step by step how to buy. Remember, another very important thing is that it's better to shop using the app rather than the website because the app gives you more discounts and more offers compared to the website. I've also included a section with completely free gifts in the description. The first thing we need in order to shop on Temu is to understand the different types of prices available. For example, the first one we have is the price shown in orange. What this means is that here, as you can see, there will be a price limit. This price will be available 20 days, 13 hours, 15 minutes. In this case, the product has plenty of time left on the offer. If the offer is about to expire in 5 minutes, the price will change and turn black. And when it turns black, it means that it completely loses any previous offer it had. That's why we see that some products have their price in orange, while others have it in black. Now, once you choose a product, let's say this one, let's look at something. Depending on the product you select, there are different variations. For example, in this case, we have the color black and matte black. What this means is that, as you can see, something changed. The black color has one price, and then the matte black has another price, which is generally higher. So this applies to different products, whether they're tech products or clothing directly, because what happens is that, for example, if there's a Producta t-shirt or whatever that comes in different colors, sometimes some colors are more expensive than others. And in the case of tech products, sometimes a certain variation might come with some additional accessories. This matters because when you're browsing here on the homepage, you'll see that some products show up at one price like this one. For example, and when you go in, if you see that it comes in different colors, the price might be different. So it might show you a price of $10.92 here for this option. But then when you go in and change the color, you'll see that the price can change. The next thing we need to keep in mind when shopping on Temu is that, for example, if I choose this option, I first have to read the product title carefully, read in detail to make sure it's really what I need, and then scroll down to the reviews section to read the reviews from people who have already bought this product. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is to come here where it says see all reviews and then go directly to the section that says photos and videos. Here, you'll be able to see people who have already bought this product, for example. If it's a piece of clothing, you'll see it in different sizes, and some people show how the product looks when they're actually trying it on. This way, you can get an idea of how it looks in real life. I mentioned this because when you look at the main product photos, they usually show the pictures that look the best, with the most detail and in the most flattering way. But the photos you'll find in the reviews look much more realistic, and this way you'll really know what the product looks like in real life and whether it might actually interest you. Now, the next thing is that this is also important because here we can see how things went for the people who actually bought this specific product. Here we see 5 stars with 10,840 reviews and a 4.7 rating. That means 10,840 people bought it or more, as not everyone reviews. There should be 100 plus reviews and a rating of at least 4 stars. Why am I telling you this? Because if we go look for other products, for example, this one, look, it does have 5 stars, which means it's a very good product. But the problem is that only 2 people have left reviews for this product. So we can't really be sure if it's a good product or not, because obviously with very few reviews, it's very easy to have a high rating. Whereas here, since there are so many reviews, we can tell that it's definitely a very good product because even though a lot of people have it, it still has a very high rating. It's 4.7. Once we're sure about the product thanks to the photos and reviews, we can scroll down to the product description, which is right here. Here you'll find the name of the store that's selling us this product. Another thing is that down here you'll find more information that doesn't appear above. For example, videos, the product name, and if it's a tech product, for instance, we can copy the model number and look up videos or reviews on TikTok, YouTube, or any other social network. Look, here we find even more information about this product. Then, what we can do is, once we understand what we are buying, we choose the specific product, the specific color, like this red one, for example. Then, if it's clothing, you select the size, like this one here, and then you just click Add to Cart. Sometimes we will have a price limit, meaning it will tell you that you can't buy a product that's too cheap. Instead, you'll need to buy several products to reach a minimum purchase amount, and this will depend on each country. Check the minimum for your country by clicking here to view your cart, where it shows the minimum. For example, I'll remove what we added and go to the cart, and it shows I must spend at least 10. But in other countries, a different amount appears. Before finishing, I'll add this back to the cart, scroll down, because to get free shipping in most countries, you must meet the minimum shipping amount. In this case, it's 10, but in other places, it will be different. Next, Temu has regulations regarding order returns and all that. For that, you're gonna click here where it says, why choose Temu? And you should read all of this in detail so you know what happens if your product doesn't arrive, what happens if your product arrives damaged, if it arrives damaged. You have to file a claim and you might get your money back or you might not. But for that, you need to keep all of this in mind. For example, all the warranty regulations. Then we have time to return it, but only up to 90 days. That is, if we take more than 90 days to return the product, they will assume that we are already satisfied with it, and at that point we won't be able to make any returns. And then they explain everything about reviews and all the matters regarding security and privacy, as well as the whole topic of free shipping and free returns. Now let's go back here. Once we have the product, we go to the cart, and now it lets me make the purchase here. Here, I'm going to leave a coupon on the screen so you can apply a 40% discount. In any case, I'll leave a link in the description so you can buy or go to the free gifts section, completely free within Temu, and so you can have it shipped to your home for free. Now, once you're here, on the left side, you need to add your address, and once you've added it, just leave it saved there, and that's it. And add a phone number, because sometimes the delivery people might not be able to find your address and may need to call you. And well, once you have everything here, the products will appear as well as the payment methods, which may vary depending on your country. And once you have everything here, on the right side, as I mentioned, you enter the coupon and simply click apply. And here you'll see the coupon applied with a discount. Then here you just click send order, but before you go ahead, you can review everything that appears here. Depending on where you are located, you might get a refund for late delivery. That is, if it doesn't arrive by a specific date, then that means they will give you a credit back. This credit can only be used within Temu to make other purchases on Temu.